Yo, yo, black man power. Hey, black woman power. Black child power is King Leon X, the human liberator, the unapologetic black voice of America. This is episode 56. Episode 56 of Take Charge of Your Life. Take Charge of Your Life is my self-mastery, self-motivation series, which I conduct Monday through Friday. Give y'all 15 to 30 minutes of some super power, constructive thoughts, ideas, concepts, strategies, tactics, processes that you could implement today, that you could examine in your life today to measurably increase the quality of your life. This is what I'm concerned with. I'm concerned with the measurable increase in your quality of life. All right. And so this, like I said, this is Take Charge of Your Life, episode 56. I'm in Atlanta. I'm in the ATL, back in the A. So I did have safe travels. Now, anyway, I want to get right to it. I want to get right to episode 56. Today is February 16th, 2017. And, yeah, let's just get right to it. All right, we're talking about going the extra mile. All right, the going the extra mile is the habit of rendering more service and better service than expected to render, and doing it with a positive mental attitude and a pleasing personality. This is what we're talking about. Okay, this is part 3 of going the extra mile. All right. If I say something that resonates with you, yo, what's up, Ms. Brown? I see you in the comments. If I say something that resonates with you today, make sure that you type "make the choice" in the comments. Okay, make sure you type "make the choice." Make the choice, because ultimately there's only one choice to make in life. Okay, there's only one choice. We have this illusion of decision making, but it's really only one choice. It's only one choice in life. All right. So when we say make the choice, we're talking about the choice. We talk about the decision. Make the choice. The choice is to take possession of your mind, direct it to the ends that you choose, or not. Okay? That's the only choice. Take possession of your mind. Understand the power of your mind, and understand that everything that you see came from thought. Nothing precedes thought. So you either going to take possession of your mind in your own personal power, take responsibility for the space that you occupy to become your greatest version, so you can become the greatest asset to the collective, or not. You're either going to take possession of your mind and direct it to the ends that you desire and you choose, or you're not. Okay, family? There's only one decision to be made. It's only one choice to be made. All right? And so this is what... And so that's why if something resonates with you, I ask you to type "make the choice," because the more you type that, the more you understand what that choice really is, the more you understand the power that you really have, and then you stop compromising and you'll stop settling for the things that you don't want. You'll understand the power that you have to change it. You'll understand that the things that you do have that you don't want is a byproduct of your belief system, your past thoughts, actions, and decisions. If you would have thought different things, done different things in the past, you would be in a different situation. You would have different things right now. So there's no point to complain. It's about taking possession of your mind and deciding consciously that the thoughts and decisions and actions that I make today is going to determine what I have and what I feel tomorrow. Period. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts. Ain't no sometimes. Ain't no loopholes. Ain't no maybes. All right? Y'all like my fro though too. Ooh, people always be swearing I got locks, but yo, check this out. I'm never locking my hair. I'm never cutting my hair. You know why? Because part of my self-discipline is maintaining this thing right here. You feel me? I be making my own hair care products, my own goddamn everything. Right? I be twisting it myself sometimes. I be braiding it myself sometimes. My deep conditioners, all that. I be making all that. I be doing it all. It's part of my self-discipline. It's part of me becoming my greatest version. Right, it's one of the things that I do consistently, even when I don't feel like it. Right, and locking my hair would be the easy way out. So that's why I won't. All right. So anyway, we're gonna start right here. We're getting right into the message. I see some make the choices already. All right. Again, if I say something that resonates with you, go ahead and type "make the choice." Yo, Kevin, what's up, family? I see you. I'm in Atlanta now, bro. You feel me? Call my phone after this video, and we'll see. I'm over by the Georgia Dome right now. Matter of fact, that is actually right there. That's the Georgia Dome. So that's where I'm at in Atlanta. Now, anyway, so we're gonna start. Well, we're talking about going the extra mile, giving more service and better service than you're expected to give, and doing it with a positive mental attitude and a pleasing personality. All right, the QQMA formula: the quality of service plus the quantity of service plus the mental attitude in which that service is rendered is going to determine the space that you occupy in your determined calling and the compensation you get for the services that you render. All right, so we're talking about going the extra mile. Yesterday, and the day before, we went through, I guess, the first 8 points. It's 15 going the extra mile points and then 3 action steps to go the extra mile. All right, so I'm probably trying to get through 9, 10, 11, 12, at least. So, where we left off yesterday, the 8th point, the 8th benefit of going the extra mile is going to develop an alert imagination, right? Have you alert to opportunity where you'll always be seeking new and better ways to render service. All right. And see, when I just want to touch on this point a little bit some more, because we was talking about last week how a person with personal initiative has a keen imagination. They operate from their imagination and not their memory. When you study successful people and unsuccessful people, right, you find out that unsuccessful people, they pretty much just operate from their memory. Every single thing that they do, how they judge their self, how they judge their life, how they judge their circumstances, how they judge where they're going, how they determine where they're going in their life, they look on their memory, and based on their memory, that's going to determine what they think that they could do in the future. Whereas the most successful, most powerful people, influential people in the world, people who came from poverty to power, people who came from modest means and determined by the end of their life created generational wealth, went from generational poverty to generational wealth in one lifetime and secured that wealth for the longevity of their bloodline. When you study these people, they operate on imagination. Right? They operate on their imagination. They're in tune because they understand that imagination is an internal faculty. Right? And they're in tune with their internal faculties and their power. And they know that a goal and dream wouldn't be on their mind, heart, or soul if they hadn't already been given the tools to achieve it, if they haven't already been given the power to achieve it or to become the type of person that has these things. So instead of just operating on the memory, like, damn, I don't know how to do that. How would I do that? They operate on the imagination, like, how would I learn how to do it? And am I willing? How important is it to me to learn how to do these things? All right? Now, listen. So this is where we talked about yesterday. That's where we ended off. So here, let me see where my time at. Okay, damn, I be talking for a long time. All right, cool. So we're talking about going the extra mile. Going the extra mile, point 9. The 9th benefit of going the extra mile is going to inspire you to move on your own personal initiative instead of waiting to be told what to do. Remember, last week we said there's only 2 types of people in the world who don't amount to much. 2 types of men who will never amount to much. Those who can't do what they're told, and then those who can't do much else. All right? The 9th point of going the extra mile, giving more service and better service than you're expected to give, and doing it with a positive mental attitude and a pleasing personality, it's going to inspire you to move on your own personal initiative. Right? So that's what that does. It's going each time you do something, like what was point 4, which each time you render service, you do a better job. Each time you do something, you do a better job, which restores your confidence, which gives you the I can attitude, okay, the I can mentality. And so after consistently doing that and developing sufficient self-confidence, then you know that you could actually do anything. So then you're going to look out and close your eyes, and what you can see with your eyes closed, you could begin to manifest that into the physical realm. You see? And it inspire you to move on your own personal initiative, on your own gut. Okay? It's going to rise you above mediocrity instead of waiting to be prodded by. I am not a sheep waiting to be prodded by a shepherd. I am a lion, and I refuse to walk and talk and sleep with the sheep. I will hear not those who weep and complain, for their disease is contagious. Let them join the sheep. The slaughterhouse of failure is not my destiny. The slaughterhouse of failure is not my destiny. I will persist until I succeed. The ninth point of creating personal initiative is to inspire you to move, or ninth benefit of going the extra mile is to inspire you to move on your own personal initiative instead of waiting to be told what to do. The 10th point of going the extra mile is going to develop greater self-reliance. Damn! Self-reliance, family. Being able to rely on yourself. Being able to follow through on your own word. Right? To be able to have your own back. To be able to know why you say things and mean it. Be able to explain it and how you came to that conclusion. Right? It's going to develop greater self-reliance, family. Because at the end of the day, everything that exists outside of self is just a reflection of self. You see? So there's nothing really on the outside that's going to increase your happiness, increase your peace of mind, increase your health, increase the harmony in your relationships. None of these things on the outside are going to permanently evolve you into, none of these things on the outside is going to shape your character to become that type of person who lives the good life. You have to do that. You have to do the work. You have to know. You have to know. It's like, without self-reliance, trying to succeed without self-reliance is like graduating, college or from a class when you didn't even study, but you had the key. You didn't, so all you did was just cheat on all the tests. You had the test before it was taken, so you just knew the answers already. So, but then when you get out into the real world, or you get out into actualizing or these things in practice that you just took tests on, you have no idea what they are because you didn't rely on yourself, or you relied on the cheat sheet. Going the extra mile will increase your self-reliance. The 11th point, and the 11th benefit of going the extra mile. And again, if I say something that resonates with you in this, which is episode 56, go ahead, type make the choice. Because we don't have to. We don't have to go the extra mile. We choose to. Okay? We don't have to build an empire on truth and justice and righteousness. We don't have to restore humanitarian righteous rulership back on the planet. We choose to. We make the choice to. We get to. We don't have to take possession of our mind and direct it to the ends of our choice. We choose to. We made the choice. You see? Because we know that if we don't choose to, someone already chose for us. And then we'll just end up being like a lot of elders in our communities, spending 20 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus years working on someone else's goal and dream. And then ending up poor, confused, and lonely with no inheritance. Wondering like, where did it all go? I don't know what happened. Actually, the only thing that I have for you, grandchild, is a good story. But I'll be back because I got to go to work. Like, damn, granny. Damn, granddad. You got to go to work. Ain't you been working longer than mom been alive? If your grandparents been, like, come on now. They did it wrong. If your parents are still working right now, they did it wrong. It's okay. It's okay. They got sold on the wrong plan. They at work right now working on someone else's goals and dreams, making that person's dreams come true. You might be at work right now making someone else's dreams come true, which is cool. It's noble, but it doesn't lead to greatness. All right? I'm concerned with the people who strive for greatness, people who want to be winners, people who want to be remembered. All right? Because it's a science. It's a science to success. It's a science to health. It's a science to wealth. All right? It's a science to influence. It's a science to personal power. And it's an art to it as well. And this is what I try and display in my life. Go ahead and make the choice. You feel me? The 11th benefit of going the extra mile. The 11th benefit of going the extra mile is help master and conquer the destructive habit of procrastination. The 12th benefit or 11th benefit of going the extra mile is going to help you master and conquer the destructive habit of procrastination. If I ask you right now, what's standing in the way of you and your goals, what's one of the biggest things or the destructive habits that you have, most people are going to say procrastination. and they're gonna get down on themselves. People get down. People really, 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 really get down on themselves because of procrastination. Procrastination really is a destructive, because the self-talk on procrastination, because you don't think that everything's okay. You don't think that all things are okay and they all exist now. It's like, you're like, oh my gosh, I have to do this, I have to do this. If I'm not doing this, then I'm not. But it's like, damn, I have to do this. I know I have to do it, but why can't I get my body to do it? If I know I have to get this done, why am I doing something else? Why am I waiting to the last minute to do something that I know must get done? Right? And what is it that's going to allow me to master that, overcome that, to conquer that? Going the extra mile is one, right? The second one will be creating personal initiative, right, which we covered last week. 3 or 4 weeks ago, we covered self-discipline, complete self-discipline, right? Self-discipline is getting yourself to do what you know that needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. You see, so all of these principles of personal achievement that I cover week to week to week, they all go together, and you need all of these things in order to have a holistic, successful, balanced, life. That's why I say, you say, hey, my biggest fault, procrastination. But check this out. If you begin to study successful people, anybody who achieved anything of significance, and you study and you listen to their story, and you read their story in their book, or their autobiography or their biography or whatever it is, they're going to say that procrastination was the #1 thing that they had to overcome. Every race, it doesn't matter. I watch lectures of successful people from China. They're speaking in Chinese, but I know how to read captions. So I'm reading. This Asian dude talking in Mandarin, but he teaching the people about overcoming procrastination. People all in Australia, people in all over the world. All over the world, every single successful person had to overcome the destructive habit of procrastination. Every successful person had to master and conquer the destructive habit of procrastination. They had to use their willpower to change direction and understand that through deliberate, consistent action, purpose, definite major purpose, it's going to summon enough energy in them for them to be willing to do what they know that needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. The 11th point and benefit of going the extra mile is mastering, and going the extra mile will help master and conquer the destructive habit of procrastination. Not help you master procrastination, the destructive habit of procrastination. Because we know that failure is simply a few errors in judgment repeated daily. A few errors in judgment repeated for 30 days. That's what you call disaster. Okay? But what is success? A few simple disciplines repeated daily, right? So success or failure is a few errors in judgment repeated daily. Success is a few simple disciplines repeated daily. A few simple disciplines, just a few, family. It's not that much. Just a few simple disciplines. You're not that far off from where you want to go, where you want to be. Just a few simple disciplines, if you will repeat daily, will dramatically increase the quality of your life, right? But just those same few errors in judgment repeated daily will be disaster. So you have to choose. That's why we say make the choice. Take charge of your life, right? Choose, make the choice. Figure out the few simple disciplines that you can implement daily to live the good life, and choose to take possession of your mind, direct it to the end of your choice, or not. But if you're not doing that, then I don't want to hear you complain. People love complaining about shit that's within their control. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and finish with this last point. This is episode 56. Think about come on, 56 episodes to take charge of your life. Infinite amount of power. I'm never going to stop doing these things. It's going to be 2025, and y'all still going to be like, damn, this nigga KLX want to take charge of your life. My backgrounds are just going to be more extravagant. Just going to be like, damn, where's this nigga at this time? Where you at this time? Right? Anyway, the 12th and final point that I'm covering today, which is a benefit of going the extra mile. Going the extra mile will influence others to respect. Wait, hold on. I'm not wrong. If I'm going to say respect. Okay, boom. The 12 point. The 12 point. Oh, wait. Let me answer Ashley Rodriguez. I've heard people use procrastination as an excuse. I work well under pressure. Right? Well, it's like this. People obviously because when we know shit that needs to get done, we get it done because that's what we do. We can get anything done. The thing about it is the disharmony that's created in the undesirable feelings and the destructive self-talk that's within the habit of procrastination, which only further ingrains them into a place of disharmony because they just go to get that shit done, but then all the other shit, because that procrastination is a habit, so it's not just one thing that you're waiting to the last minute to do. It's everything. It's everything. And that's a few errors in judgment. Because we know the difference between those who succeed and those who fail lies in the difference of their habits. Good habits are the key to all success. Bad habits are the unlocked door to failure. Bad habits are the unlocked door to failure. Good habits are the key to all success. How do you turn bad habits to good habits? A few simple disciplines repeated daily. Only habit can subdue habit. You can't take a habit out without replacing with it another habit. Right? Okay, never mind. So, the 12th point in benefit, the final point that I'm covering today, it's going to influence others to respect your integrity and inspire them to go out of their way to cooperate with you in a friendly spirit. And this I'm also going to pick up here tomorrow. But the 12th point in benefit of going the extra mile is going to influence others to respect your integrity. Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, they don't want to go the extra mile. Most people not even willing to go the first mile, not alone the second. You see, this is what separates me from the majority of a lot of people. Right? This is what separates powerful, because I study successful people. I study the most successful, powerful, influential people in the world, and I see that they all go out of their way. It's like they all say, hey, if I can't do the little job, I can't get the big job. You see, if I'm not willing to give more, serve more, become more, and do it with a positive mental attitude and a pleasing personality, then I'm lost. I'm done. I can't evolve. I can't grow. But when people see that, you go the extra mile, it influences them to respect you and respect your integrity. And because they respect you and your integrity, it's going to inspire them to go out of their way to cooperate with you in a friendly spirit. Every single place I go, every people that I meet, people, especially when people who know me already, but it's very easy for someone to not know who I am, and then within an instant, they'd be like, damn, I love this nigga. I'm actually so glad that I met you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you are. You're like an angel. I'm just so happy that I connected with you. That's so crazy. Thank you. Wow. Right. But it's going to inspire. Okay, going the extra mile is going to, people are going to respect your integrity. And it's going to influence them, inspire them to go out of their way to cooperate with you in a friendly spirit. Go out of their way to do, like, so when I go, I'll be on these cities, probably people, I'm in Atlanta right now, probably everybody that I'm going to go meet and link up with, they be going out of their way to cooperate with me in a friendly spirit. They be going out of their way to give me the best that they have to offer because they know that I go the extra mile. It's just something that in them, it just subconsciously inspires them to be like, damn, like, yo, he's KLX, like, oh shit, like, damn, I don't got much, but here. You know what I mean? How can I help you, bro? How can I help you? I know I got a whole life going on, but how can I help you? What do you need from me? How can I help you get to where you want to go and have what you want to have? That's like, yo, fam, I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you. I'm here to serve you, family. They're like, I know, and that's why I'm just so willing to give you the best that I have because I know that you really care. I'll be like, damn. That's cool. That's cool. So now, everywhere I go, just like everywhere that Jesus went, People go all out of their way to give them the best and show them the best and show them a great time and just make them feel like good and comfortable. You know, that's what happens when you go the extra mile. That's what happens when you understand your personal power. That's what happens when you make the choice. How long ago? This book that I'm teaching out of, I want y'all to know. I'm always gonna keep reminding y'all. This says success and self-help, but this book that I'm teaching out of, man, these ain't some strategies and processes that I just learned. Okay, these are some things that I've been living with for 4 years. I've been living with these things for 4 years. And guess what? When I understood, and when I became aware of these concepts and principles, and I began to implement the few simple disciplines repeated daily, guess where my life is now? Exactly where I want it to be. Exactly where I didn't know it was gonna be, but damn, it's fulfilling. I live an extremely fulfilling life, and I don't judge my life by appearances and what the outside may appear to be, because I know that I got the power. I turn my thoughts to physical things all the time. I manifest into reality all the time. I alchemize all the time. I raise the dead all the time. I heal the blind all the time. If my self-confidence is down, I feel some type of way, all I gotta do is just check my Facebook messages or my emails or my text messages, right? And I'll just see a whole bunch of people who I don't know, who I never met, who went out of their way to make sure that they typed that heartfelt message to me to let them know that my work, my words, my posture, my commitment, my pursuit of my own happiness, and my pursuit of my own understanding and my willingness to share these things inspires them to learn more, do more, dream more, and become more. People tell me all the time, my children, like, I don't know, like, I'd be coming home and I'd just be watching my children there on your YouTube and watching your videos, and my little son being around and running around the house talking about protect the black woman and child, and my little, 5-year-old talking about I put the black woman first, I put the black child first, the black family first, because I'm a black man. You see, and people be like, oh, because of, like, all these different heartfelt things that are so extremely sincere. People wouldn't type these things if they didn't mean it, right? And so that's all byproduct of me going the extra mile. Because I could just be living my life like I could have stayed working corporate and I'll already be a multimillionaire by now, right? Like, I was basically at a 6-figure income before I was 24. You know what I mean? I had multiple 6-figure job opportunities. But instead, I went the extra mile. I don't want to just cash out for myself at the expense of my community going to destitute. I don't want to just receive a check from someone who's paying me only 1% of what their check is. Hell no. I'm smart enough too. I got the power. I could start ideas from scratch. You feel me? I could build institutions from scratch. I could build systems from scratch. I could build a government from scratch. I could build a kingdom from scratch. America started with an idea. I got the power. I could do it. So that shit gonna take a little more time than just, going to work every day, clock it in, thanks for this check. I'm sorry, that's not what I do. I don't have any desire to do that. What I desire to do is travel the world and connect and meet the people and figure out their needs and build this army. Inspire people to take charge of their life. Figure out what they expect of me, what they expect of their leadership, what they expect, out of life. And then create that environment that allows them to flourish in that manner. I meet hundreds of people every day. You know what I mean? Thousands of people a week. Hundreds of thousands of people a year. Millions of people, like, I connect and vibe with. And It's influencing. It's impactful. It's inspiring. Check this out. I gave y'all 30 minutes today. I knew I was gonna do that. I was only supposed to give y'all 15. I'm gonna give y'all 30 minutes again tomorrow too. Anyway, it's King Leon next. This is episode 56. Take charge of your life. Go ahead, go to my website. You can buy my book and CD if you want to support me. Go ahead and share this video, because I know when it pop up on somebody's timeline that follows you, they're going to watch it and they're going to be inspired. And they're going to be touched. And hopefully they can make the choice. But until we meet again, fam, I want y'all to stay grateful. And I want you to remember that the only limitation that you have, is the one you set up in your own mind, or you allow others to set up for you. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. You got the power, family. It's King Leon next, the Human Liberator. I'll see y'all tomorrow.